Guys, so welcome to another video, and today I have come down to the beautiful Tullymore Forest, which is probably my favourite forest in Northern Ireland, and it's set at the foot of the Mourne Mountains. So if you've been watching some of my previous videos, you'll know that I've spent quite a bit of the last few months actually hiking up in the Mournes. But today, as I say, we're down in Tullymore, and what's really good about Tullymore Forest is an amazing location to shoot in the autumn time, because the colours here are just so amazing. They're so gorgeous, but it also has a river, and with that brings a little bit more opportunity photographically, because there are waterfalls, there are stepping stones, and there are also these beautiful old cobblestone bridges. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploring, trying to find a few new locations, but the main reason is that I wanted to try out the new NiSi Natural Circular Polariser. Their new polarizer came out last month, and I'm often asked as a landscape photographer about filters, and I'm very fortunate that I'm an ambassador for NiSi, and I really love their whole range of filters, and I use them quite a lot in my landscape photography. But the one filter that, if you're starting out in landscape photography, that you just can't do without is definitely the Circular Polariser. And we're going to be taking a few shots with it today. I'm going to show you what it's like without it, and then I'm going to show you what it's like with it. Now, one of the really good things about the Circular Polariser is that it will cut out the glare on the water. So anytime I'm shooting waterfalls or shooting seascapes, I will always have a Circular Polariser on, and I'm really looking forward to trying out this new one from NiSi. So I think we will head down next to the river and try and find our first composition. So I've come down to the stepping stones for my first composition, and the way I've got it framed up, I have a portrait composition. So the stepping stones are down in the bottom third of the frame, and then we've got about 2/3 of trees just kind of reaching up. There's a little bit of light coming through the trees. It's quite dappled, it's actually really nice. And the only filter that I'm using is the NiSi Natural Circular Polariser, and it's amazing. It's not doing anything crazy to the colours. So one of the things about it when compared to the likes of their landscape polarizer is that the landscape polarizer will enhance the greens, the blues, it'll enhance the colours a lot more, as well as cutting out glare. This one here actually doesn't enhance the colours at all. It's very natural, hence the name. But what it does do is it does a fantastic job of cutting out the glare in the water. So the light is actually coming down and is bouncing off the water, but as I rotate the polarizer, it's just cutting through all that glare, and the results are really nice. The colours look really nice and natural. They're not overly saturated, and I think a 1 second shutter speed, because there's not an awful lot of water coming down over the steps, gives just a nice blurry effect without going overboard. So this is probably, I would say, my favourite location in Tullymore. I've shot this quite a few times. I've shot it as panels, I've shot it in autumn colour. Today we're focusing on this amazing tree here, which is just, it's just like a big tree that's snarling over the top of the river, all twisted. Don't know how old this thing is, but it makes an amazing subject. Whenever I've set up my composition, I've put it in the top right hand of the frame, and it's kind of just arcing over the top, probably half of the frame, and then we've got the lovely bend of the river sweeping down with a little bit of white water over in the right hand corner. But one of the good things here with the natural circular polarizer is it's making a massive difference to the amount of glare that it's cutting off the water. Just down in this bottom left hand corner of the frame, there's quite a lot of light coming down through the trees, but as I rotate the polarizer, it removes pretty much the whole thing, so you don't actually see any light at all. So it's keeping the water nice and black and dark. One of the things to remember as well is when you're investing in filters, you don't want to be spending all of this money on expensive gear, so whether that be an expensive body, expensive lenses, and then you end up putting this inferior product on the front of the lens. One of the things I've noticed with this NiSi one is that the clarity is amazing and it's so sharp. So I'm confident that even though this is in front of the lens, it's not going to degrade the image whatsoever. And one of the other really cool things with this one is that it has a special nano coating, which means that it's easier to wipe and it's much more scratch resistant. So, you know, when you're out in the field and your filters are getting bumped about, and you're maybe wiping them in sea spray, all that sort of stuff, this is a really good protective coating on it. So I'm going to grab a shot here. My settings are ISO 50 f11 and 2.5 seconds. So I'm going to take a shot showing the effect of the polarizer and then a shot without the effect of it, just so that you can see the difference.